Hello, friend citizen. I'm Colonel Failure, and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, where we're on our second swing at things, and arguably it's going quite a lot better. Since you've been away, I have added a couple of trucks, which we'll look at in a moment, and I've seeded a few bushes and trees in order to spruce the place up a little bit, although these are not spruce. No. I have, however, planted a heck of a lot of spruce around here, because that way it will give my choppy wood folks something to choppy wood when they're done with all of this lot. In fact, you know, I mean, they're prolific in the amount of wood that they're cutting down, but I've got no problem with that. So I've set up the truck to pick up from here, and is this it now? No, I was pretty sure the one that I'd set to export was articulated. Yeah, this chap's doing a drop-off. There goes another 7 tons. That's all good, and that should be turned quite merrily into some more plankage, and then the plankage will be stored here until my articulated truck exports it. And then here he comes now, look. There you go. Excellent stuff. I went with the Arctic, obviously, because we're going to be exporting a fair amount of this. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if I might need a second truck for this jaunt. I don't know if he's going to keep up with the pace of supply, but who knows? Anyway, in today's mission, we're going to do a quick scout on the mountainside here to see what it contains, and if it contains nothing of any value, we're going to build some fields out there. Stick around. Now, before I move on to the borscht of today's operation, I thought it'd be worth mentioning trucks ever so briefly. My intention is not to flood the entire area with trucks the same way as I did in the last series, because it's not very efficient and it doesn't really work. Instead, what I'll probably do, and it's going to happen fairly soon, is probably in parallel, if not as a replacement to this central road, although some idiots built both a medical centre and the Communist Party headquarters too close to the road for this to really work. But the point still stands, is that I'm going to put a rail line in there, and we'll run rail as our primary exporter. The other thing that I need to do fairly soon is put in some bus stops, one there, one here, and one at whatever number 3 is, which will be pretty much for students only. Everything else should be covered locally. That's not a hospital, that's a shopping centre. Okay, I did know. It's fine. I just went like, oh, no, that's not a hospital. So, right, first things first, let's survey this. I mean, it's a ridge more than a mountain, but, you know, it stands to reason. Gravel, coal, iron. Okay, right, iron mine. Scroll out as far as you can, and then tell me if there's anything in here. No, this is a dead loss, this one. Nothing in there. Anything in the flat area? No, there's no iron in this bit. Okay, cool. What about whatever you are? Because obviously we've triggered the tooltip of is going to be sticking around permanently. Well, this will be coal, I suspect. Oh, hello. There's coal in them there hills. Okay. How about some flat level coal? Well, in fact, there's a patch of coal right there. Now, you've no idea how much that actually represents if you were to bung a mine on the top of it. But I tell you, that's the easiest coal I've ever come across. And for 73 grand, it's not cheap. I mean, we could just export it straight away, right? I mean, there is a patch of coal right there. 73,000. Do we think we'd get a return on 73 grand? It's doubtful when there's not actually that much kicking around. Although this lot is way more interesting, and I've even got room for a power plant there. Have I, though? Because power is my only expenditure at the moment. No, hold on, this. There you go. Oh, you got plenty of room for a power plant. So we could. Oh, that would make things interesting. And then, of course, we could easily be polluting our smog out to our neighbours, which is even better. The only real trick that we'd have to pull off is getting workers up to the mine itself. Now, typically, what I'd want to do is build another little town for that. I mean, it's not unrealistic, though, is it? I mean, we could also. I mean, I could leave space underneath that area for where the where the coal resource actually is. Oil, you nerk. Coal. Oh, hold on. We might as well check for oil while we're at it. Anything? No, not so much as you can see. Basically, what I'm looking for is the red dots to turn any colour other than red. Is an indicator that there is some of that resource floating around under there. So there's no oil, but we do have a little bit of coal. Now you'd want to hit that bit square on. So if I did want that, then you'd want the power plant kind of in this or in this. Now, as far away from the population as possible is desirable. Oh, I was going to build a farm, but honestly, now I don't think I will. I think we're going to go for. Think we're going to go for the big dog right now. All right, and because I've got a screw loose, we're going to zoom us in a little bit. We are going to try this. Right, so the output is there. So I want the output kind of there-ish, I reckon. Okay. Yep, commit to the action. All right, the action hath been committed to. Right, we now want another one of those. Let's have a look and see what we've got. This looks to be the sweet spot, although that's not bad either, but it hasn't got much the other side, and it's way more inaccessible. You've got a bit over here now. I think it's this one, or possibly this one. Yeah, unless I'm missing it, and feel free to post a comment that I might actually read this time. I don't think there's a way of seeing exactly how rich a particular mine is going to be based off this survey. You can only go by sort of best guess. All right, well, if I flatten that out like there's no tomorrow, right, and we don't pay for it, yep, boost that to maximum, please, and we try and bring it down into some sort of line there, then we could get somewhere. Right, activate maximum speed, off we trot. Because if I'm going to try and build any kind of a town alongside this, then that's going to help. There you go, that's it. Yeah, level. If we get one bit level and then work from there, I still have a tendency to just sweep my brush around in a leisurely fashion, but all we really want to do is just bring it up to height here. Now we'll be using conveyors to get it down the hill. That's not a problem, and unlike previous attempts, gently, I'll probably aim to try and conveyor directly into the mine, into the power plant itself. I'm tempted to put a storage hopper kind of deal in front of it in case we've got more production than we actually need, right? And that then gives us a little bit of flex for later on that we can potentially deal with. Right, that is a decent sized patch of flat ground that we've got there. Let's have a look and see if we can't get this this coal mine situated. Now we're going to place it right at the far end of things. And then the second, oh thanks, nighttime, yeah, great piece of timing there. The second manoeuvre will then be to belt it down the side of the mountain. The third manoeuvre will then be to build the housing that we need to make this work. All right, everybody clear on the manoeuvring. Wait a second, you also need a coal processing plant. Oh. Okay, well, I mean, that's huge. But if we could get in somewhere over here, somewhere this side of the road, then that's not so bad. Right, hold on. There's my inn. Oh, flipping heck. Right, okay, well, that's all right. No, we haven't lost anything yet. About there. Here-ish would be ideal. Because obviously you've got to think about the straight lines necessary. Oh, no, you've got this wazzock over there who's not going to be helping matters. Okay, right, it's okay. It's okay. Everyone relax. We'll put this here, right? Because then we can do a corner to get the illustrious downhill coal mine in place. So if we smooth this out, I'm doing it now. And it's also close enough to our existing setup that we may be able to use those services to keep the population who end up working here chipper. One digger, honestly. Okay, give me the purchase. Yeah, you see, there you go. Right, 126,000. Not cheap, but if I can fix this now, then we're off to an absolute flyer. Right, next up, place the coal mine. Coal, no, that's oil. Looks similar. It's the same colour, but not the same thing. And then I want to sit you straight on this green bit here with your pathing set. Thank you, autosave. To head on down the mountain. All right, okay. We have committed to this course of action. This is a course of action to which we have committed. And now comes the tricky bit of trying to persuade it to allow me to put bits of road in. Right, I think I'll find it's pronounced Rodan. I think you'll find you've done that joke before. Right, okay, so what next? Well, I mean, are you still going to go with a storage kind of deal here? I mean, where have you perhaps not thought this through already? Because, I mean, that would be a first. Show me when my conveyor outs are. The conveyor outs are there. Would you go conveyor outs or conveyors out? I think it would be conveyors out, wouldn't it? Right, so if we go and look up the power plant here and just make sure I can fit it in right up against the border. It's close, but it should... Oh, it's very close. But it should work. Okay, all right. Yeah, the only downside is you get that your medium voltage, you're not going to get any output from there, because that is actually the other side of the border. Well, that's just life. Okay, right. That's where we want it. So let's give it some of this, and about here. All right. Okay. Now this is a good way to burn through all of your money very, very quickly. That's it. Go on, smootherino, and then builderino. Right on there, please. Thank you. Now hold on. Make sure bring it in as far as you can. I think I might even pay for a little bit of smoothing here. Flattening, leveling, call it what you will. Right, there you go. That will do that, because the only thing that really matters off that is that I can build high voltage lines coming off it. Let's check. There we go. Yeah, we're safe. I'm gonna build some now just so that I know they're there, and so I don't get in their way. Right. Okay. Now then, next trick is going to be, obviously none of this is going to work until I've built somewhere for people to live. But you know, we might as well get rolling while we get rolling. Now, must go A to B. Well, that's A to B. You happy? Yep. Okay. Well, that's worked. These have to go into here, right? We'll connect them both, because there's no real benefit to be had in not connecting them. There you go. Fling them in there. Right. Golden. I'm very wary that should it catch fire, there is no means for anyone to send out any kind of a rescue party at the moment. So hold the right button to flatten the terrain. I'm doing. Yes, thank you, Tooltip. Thank you. Yeah. Just go on, go away. Good. Thank you. Right, do it again. Flatten the terrain. It doesn't want to flatten the terrain, so I guess we're going to here. Now, I've built that out as a straight line because, as you know, communists, they don't like a left-hand turn or a right-hand. No. All right, try going this way. There. Thank you. All right. This was always going to be a bit of a fiddle. Take it out here. That's it. And then you down to the... Well, will you do the corner? You will, but not in an attractive way. Seriously, guys, 90-degree corners. It's not rocket science. You can do it very gently, and everyone's happy. I mean, arguably that's the same corner it was just trying to do. However, it does look a little bit nicer. That's not exactly flush, but that's okay. Everything's fine here. And then we just want a road out to civilization. Oh, hold on. You need a road to civilization as well. Have one. You need a road out to civilization. In fact, we'll take this road out to the border just to make it orderly. And then you can then go out to civilization. I want to do this as a straight road, but I'm not going to be allowed to. Well, it's straight, but it's, you see what I mean. It's not perfectly perpendicular. Right. Okay. That's that lot done. Now, the next trick's going to be to make sure that I've got the mountainside coal path that the conveyor is over the top of the road in a way that doesn't clip. Now, I'm certain that I've seen before a means whereby you can elevate your... yeah, the hell's causing a obstruction. That you can elevate your belts while you're in transit. But for the life of me, I can't remember the button. I was sure there was like a Q and E button or something similar to that to actually get your belts going up and down. But no matter. Go on, snap onto that, please. Not inexpensive. I suppose the best way to do it is just going to be to put another conveyor tower here. Well, hold on. It comes out at the bottom. Oh, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Which is... it's a smidge inflexible, but there is some... I mean, there's logic to it. What about here? Yes. And then put another one here. Okay. Well, because then it will have to get higher in order to get to the conveyor tower, right? So we definitely won't cause trouble. This is less of an issue for the current kind of truck route. It's more about I'm going to want to be able to squeak a train under it later. Yeah, okay, that's as good a reason as any there, Chief. Right, okay, there's that. It's not elegant, I'll tell you that for nothing, but it should be up to the job. Right, okay. We've got towers of beltage getting down the mountain to get into this, which gets into this, which makes it all go bzzz, which is what makes the dream work. Is anybody working here already? We've got 7 people kind of going, I'm up for it. Yeah, this is my dream gig. Kind of go, all right, well, you know, crazy. Right, so next item on the agenda is... Well, we could leave this one till last. Let's leave that one till last. I've got to route some power up there anyway. But for now, I mean, the issue is, where have you got foot access to? Just that lot. Okay, so where have we got... Thank you. Where have we got footpath kind of connectors? None at the actual power plant. Really? Okay, in which case the power plant is going to need dedicated workers. There is absolutely no chance of anything other than dedicated workers. So let's start our pathing odyssey. No, let's not. Let's wang some buildings in first. Get your building wanging on. Now, I want these people to be stupidly happy, so I'm going to build them incredibly expensive housing. And then after that, I'm going to have to ensure that they've got all mod cons. Can't build due to infrastructure. Is it that one little pylon that's sat there? You don't need to answer that, I know it is. Yeah, redistribute people. That's good. Yeah, do the same here. Yes. No, hold on. That was only flattening mode. Flattening mode. Yeah, I know. I'm only not using my own resources because I'm bone idle. And then we'll wang a road up here as well. Yeah, there is a modicum of uncertainty with what I'm doing at the moment, but you know, you can't always be certain about what you're doing. Sometimes you have to be uncertain about what you're doing. Do we want to connect to that? Well, there's no harm in connecting to it, I suppose. I mean, you could have just used a bit of dirt track to get the job done, but whatever floats your canoe, and a bit like that. And then hopefully I can work footpaths to make that work. In fact, you might have put that in the only place that makes it impossible for you to actually have resources there. In which case, pro flaming skills. Let's have a look. Right, you're going to need a store, a grocery store and a small store. So if we were to proposition them in this way, stick one on there and a small store here. Yes. Oh no, hold on. You've got a conveyor belt in the way. One more notch should do it. There you go. Right. Okay, that's that bit. You're then going to want a football strasse, in that way that people like football. Someone has to, I suppose. Go on. There you are. Stick that in there. And then you're going to need schools and oh, you need a public house. Will that fit on the end just here if I'm very nice to it? Yep. Okay, right, because obviously you want the boozer right outside the power plant. I mean, that's got health and safety written all over it. And we're using cheaper... Oh, okay, let's... I mean, you know, keep the variety up. Could keep things quite exciting. Smash that in there. And then we'll have another one just over here. I'm not messing about this time round. Last time around, I didn't build anything like enough workers for the individual bits and pieces that I had in operation. This time, taking absolutely no chances. Everybody works, nobody quits. If you don't do your job, I'll shoot you myself. It may seem harsh, but it's also harsh. Right, put that in there. Mental note. All right, don't put it in there. Okay, I was about to block my my pylon exit route there, which probably would not have been exactly helpful. Can I get some of these smaller units in here? Give me something that's 90 plus. 91. Ah, our standard block. Yep. Yeah, I want so many people here that quite a lot of them are bored, and they're brewing illicit vodka in the back bedroom while Grandma's asleep. I don't know why Grandma being asleep is important to this scenario. However, it is, because Grandma disapproves of such things. Probably. What's this one? 89? No, that's for peasants. Stick this in here. There you go. We are burning through the old cash, but that should work out. I think there's probably enough people there, at least to keep things ticking over for some of the time. Although that said, you can have 200. Look at that. The amount of people we've got working in the mine. I've never known the likes. 13 of 15 at the processor, and then 10 of 20 at the power plant. We are absolutely ruddy golden here. So what we're going to want is we're going to want a switch so that we can get the local power up. Switch here. How about that? Yep, that'll do nicely. Are we going to allow it to be set on fire? Q knows it. Right, and then bring that down here. Oh, that possibly wasn't the best place for it. Yeah, but I'm hoping I can get a transformer in. Forget I spoke. Forget I said anything at all. You're not going to get a transformer in there, are you? No, you're gonna need to park it out here somewhere. Power in. You also, yeah. See, now you're talking about it. You want your switch somewhere else. It's okay. All right, look. If we have to rebuild these things, we'll rebuild them. No, hold on. No, it's working. That's good. Yep. Right. Right. You go into that. You export. Where's the... Have we not got an export? We have got an export connection. Right. Okay. Go to... Yeah, you can't merge the lines, which is a shame. However, that is ready to take over as our connection with the border, from which we're going to make some dosh. Now then, let's put in the medium voltage to... well, actually, let's get some substations put in a sensible location. Stations in the location. This will fit nicely. Zoom in a bit so we can see what the heck's going on. Yes. Do we think we can run another line up there? I mean, we might as well keep all of the high tension voltage in one. Actually, we might need some footpaths in there. So we'll try and get it down here instead. Like that. This will make people feel safe. Guarantee it. Can't build due to infrastructure. Well, give up then. Put it here instead. This covers more or less everything, and we can always stick another one in if we have to. Right, you come here. Right, that's it. Out this way. I think the aforementioned train line is potentially going to need just a little bit more space in order to operate, unless I figure out something clever. You know, could happen. What have we got? You haven't got power. What do you mean you haven't got power? You got the power plant just there. Does the power plant need power? No, it needs coal, and the coal plant isn't powered, and therefore can't be. Yeah, all right. However, if I don't do that now, and instead we get this one working, then the coal from this will... This will do... That'll go into there. Okay, got it? Good. Thought you had. Actually, to be fair, what we could do is just stick an auto purchase on this. Auto purchase for rubles. How much tonnage? 2. Oh, no. You never do it at the coal plant itself, because otherwise it doesn't take in the coal that you're actually producing for yourself. Which is why you potentially wanted aggregate storage there, because that's where you buy your bonus coal. You have errored significantly, but it is not too late. I mean, it's expensive, but it is not too late. So what you would want to do is take this belt out and hope you can get aggregate storage in here, belt into that, belt out of it again. Let's take a quick measurement on the belting situation scenario. Storage there. Train, no, just regular. Small is enough. We don't need much space. And of course it's at right angles, because as everybody knows, right angles is the only way this works, because it's a ruddy puzzle game. Hold everything. We can do this. We can do it right here. Okay. All right. Okay. So flatten the terrain. All right. Place your aggregate storage. Belt that sucker one time. Right. Bulldoze this sucker. I know it's still valid and it's still viable and what have you, but I want to route all of my coal through to one storage area so that we're only doing it one way. Then you're going to want your aggregate pumping belt station system maneuver so that the traffic gets underneath. Like that. Yeah, right. Connect this up to this one. Go on. There you are. Connect that up to that one. Super duper. Connect this up to that one. Never going to happen. Okay, fine. Right. It's pipes. Pipes are the ones where you can monkey with the elevation. It's not conveyors. Conveyors won't let you do it. Right. Are you good? No power. Okay, that's fine though. We've now got aggregate storage, so we can at least do a purchase of coal. 20 tons. Seems quite a lot, but that's fine. There you go. Fill that up. Thing is, if it pumps that, you say pump. If it delivers it, then we're off and running, but we're not, so we aren't. I am going to need some school action around here as well, but I think we'll probably do that in the next episode. Right, the last piece of the puzzle is to set up this area so that it gets working, and we'll build this in a very, very, very simplistic way to start with, just so that we kick some coal down the road. Because as soon as we've done that, the other coal plant should start, mine, I think is what they call it. The other coal mine should start working. Okay, yeah, that's dandy. All right, now we need to get down the hill. Oh, look at this. This is going in a much more straightforward fashion than ever I have seen it in the past. Yep, keep it going. Thank you. Too big a descent. It couldn't last. Chums, couldn't last. So we either do... I think we can probably get down if we wiggle that way a little bit. Like that. And then if we wiggle that way a little bit. It's going to tell me... It's going to keep telling me there's too much descent. And I'm going to go, nah, you're fine there, comrade. You've just got to hold your nerve as we go downhill. And we will wiggle our way down there. You're not wrong. I could have the wireframe on, but I haven't got the wireframe on. That's it. And I'll be honest with you, we don't even need the road. The road is just there for cosmetic trappings as much as anything else. Right, bosh that in here, build a house, and then we'll get working. Give me... yeah, no, let's make it luxury. If we can fit a luxury housing block in here, that'll be absolutely peachy. Just can't build due to infrastructure. Shame. All right, well, we'll build it around here then. And go. Right, and then we want to see some happy-go-lucky communists going to the happy-go-lucky coal mine and some happy-go-lucky coal mining occurring. Any time now. As soon as you're ready, whenever you like, activate. Right, here he goes. He's walking around the corner. He likes it. He's in first place at the moment, but hot on his tails are Grey uniforms 1 and 2. Oh, look at this. Green top is making a move for the final. He's got his... white top he's fighting through. Again, the white workers with their white shirtedness are clearly the ones who are most keen for this kind of endeavour. You want the electricity? I was working up to a punchline of some kind there. Did you actually have the punchline? No, what was I saying? I was working up to it. Okay, good. Right, where's my switch? Miles away. Oh, that's excellent. You know, as soon as every time you think, I'm there, we've done it. It goes, no, you haven't done this yet. And you kind of go, I'm no longer there. We have no longer done it. Right, whap this. Stuff it. Go! And mining. And mining. Come on. Because I'm about ready to start saying my bit here. Buildings without power supply. No, it isn't. Yes, it is, because there's no coal in the power plant. We'll just turn the power plant on then. Buy some coal. There you go. Buy it now. Ta-da! And power plant. Right, turn it back off again. Off. There you go. Clear all. Right, that should be it. There you go. See, look, that was enough to get this lot kicked off, which has got this working, which is making the dream come together. Beautiful. Okay, anything else occurring? Yeah, that's all. Well, the wheels are turning. Not an awful lot coming out though. Aggregate storage. What now? Is one of these unpowered? Destination is full or does not require resources right now. Destination is full or does not require resources. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Well, what? Eh? Don't tell me you're not. Can we store it? Nope. Turn this off? Nope. The destination is not flipping full then, is it? Look, we've filled the coal mine up already. What? Yeah, go that way. What does this even do? It turns it off. Destination is full. The destination is not full. That's happening. Engine's not currently working. Destination is full. This is the destination. It's not full. Coal ore. Coal ore. Coal ore. Oh, bum. How am I going to empty that out? And with that, friends, that's the end of the episode. I've been Colonel Failure. I'll be back next time where we will answer the question, how am I going to empty that out? I'm pretty sure there's just a button somewhere that says dump it, and then you can dump it, and then everything's good. Well, okay. Well, I mean, that was an oversight. Meanwhile, we've also got to get the worker count at the coal mine stabilised, and we've got to make those people happy. So I've got quite a bit of building to do next time round in order to make coal our mistress. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss it, and tune in next time to see more of this. I'll be back then. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. Yeah, okay, so, I mean, I've not gone looking for it before, but coal on flatland, that's quite the development. And obviously, those of you of a good spirit will have figured out exactly why it is that I'm struggling with coal at the moment. And that's because ore and the finished resource are not the same thing. No, they're not. Oh, dear. This is what happens when you order the wrong thing, is you end up with a shed full of it and nowhere to go, and then you have to throw me pen across a room. It's about what I expect, really.